Hello, friends. This is Vedic Astrology by Rani, and I'm here to talk about your monthly horoscope for the month of August 2021 for the signs of Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. Before we continue, please remember to subscribe below, leave your comments here and not in my inbox because I never check there, and share the video and here we go. This is a part two. In the first part, I talked about condition of planets and their impact on all of us, and I'm not going to repeat that here. That's in the part one because that will be too redundant, and you can always listen to my video number one so that you know what the planets are doing at this time. Now, if moving forward, let me tell you where the planets are without going into much detail. We have Sun in Cancer in the 10th house for Libra. Mercury, Mars, Moon and Venus are in Leo in your 11th house, and Ketu in Scorpio in your 2nd house. Saturn retrograde in Capricorn in your 4th house. Jupiter retrograde in Aquarius is in the 5th house. Rahu is in Taurus in 8th house. So you may have some hidden fears, you may worry about some hidden enemies because your 8th Lord Venus being in the 12th house and it's debilitated and does create issues, but it also gives you Vipreet Raj Yoga, which means if something goes wrong and then you are worried, I wouldn't say worry because it will then give you something good too. So difficult circumstances will be there, but nothing to worry. Outcome at the end will be good. You may also feel low in energy while along with your other health problems, and just be careful, eat right, think right, stay calm. I would say too much worry is mostly they are your fears, and in reality problems of your health are not that big, and they're justified. I understand it's normal for people to worry about those things. Just be careful and don't worry. There might be some concerns about your home, something about your house or property also. And then by the 20th, when Mercury gets exalted in the sign of Virgo, which is your for you, that's let's say it's a good month, it's end of the month, and that will be good for many things that relates with Mercury, like computers, sales and marketing and electronics and the contracts. So if you have to sign the contracts after the 20th, when it goes, Mercury moves into the sign of in the sign of Virgo, it will be good time to sign contract also. With that, I will say be careful about your sleep patterns. I would say that if you are the kind of person who likes to wake up at night from time to time past midnight, and that's not great. It can really impact your health in a bad way. Take charge of your life, take responsibility to sleep better, and trust me, planets will then help you. Okay, now let's moving on with Scorpio again, the planets where they are. If you're just here to watch your signs, so I'm going to tell everybody where the planets are in which signs, even though the general details of these planets' condition and impact on all of us is mentioned in the part one video in the beginning of the video in part one. So you may have to watch part one to know what planets condition and how they are impacting us. Okay, so here in Scorpio we have Sun in Cancer, which is your ninth house. Mercury, Mars, Moon, Venus are in Leo, which is your 10th house. Ketu is in Scorpio, which is your Lagna. And Saturn is retrograded in the sign of Capricorn, which is your 3rd house. Jupiter is retrograde in your 4th house in Aquarius. Rahu is in Taurus in your 7th house. So that's your marriage and business partner's house. You may feel that the expenses are rising, getting out of control. That you may feel that your ambitions are being crushed, or you may not remain very hopeful to meet your ambitions. Expect to do some hard work in your job, or business, because you may feel you may have to take some additional responsibilities, and there is a lot of potential for heated arguments with your bosses if you don't want to, or you argue about those responsibilities. This is a temporary phase, it will go away too. So if I were you, my sincere recommendation is just take it, do it, and this shall pass too. Do not argue with your colleagues. Be careful in your workplace, work area especially. Try to stay low profile with your bosses. Refrain from arguments. Don't let your ego get the best of you, and or else you'll have problems in your career. You don't want to do that. You want to have a job, right? So be cool. There is a saving grace though in all that, because Jupiter being in Aquarius and your fourth house is aspecting your career house. It's going to help you. In fact, it may even give you something good if you learn behave decently, and it will give you protection too, so long as you do the things I said to you. And you're going to be very competitive. So, it's all is well though. And with that, I end the Scorpio. Now let's move on to, and I wish you good luck with your career. You will do good. Okay, if you're hardworking. I know Scorpios can do that. Okay. Sagittarius. Sun is in Cancer for the first 2 weeks and in the 8th house. Then for the last 2 weeks in Capricorn in your 9th house. Mercury, Mars, Moon, Venus in Leo are in the sign of Leo, and Ketu is in the sign of Scorpio. Saturn is retrograde in Capricorn. Jupiter is retrograde in Aquarius, and Rahu is in Taurus, the sign of Taurus. If you're just here to watch your sign, just remember, if you know more about the planets, how they're behaving for all of us, in my beginning of the part 1 video, I could not make this one video for all of you because some technical glitch was there. So I thought I'll give 3 signs in each video. So go watch the behavior there and you will know how it is impacting you, while I give you some brief description here. If you're here learning astrology, and that's the reason I'm suggesting you to listen to that. It will really help you guys to if you can make your own chart from some internet and then put all the planets there the way I have described, and see if you, just like I'm doing it, if you can pick up what energies and how they're behaving. Astrology is, please note that I'm reminding again, it's not about just predicting future. It's about knowing what kind of energies are there due to planets, and then learning to live with that, not fighting with that, So anyways, with your Sagittarius, don't be too stubborn about your way of thinking. If you're too eager for everything, it's not going to benefit you. Be careful with your father's well-being and his health. There is an indication that you may have heated arguments with your, people like your teachers, advisors, fathers. Be cautious with those kind of people, and remain cool and take make responsible choices with them, and not in anger and frustrations. Take care of your responsibility towards your father in a serious manner. A lot of heat is in your 9th house. But I would say that when the Mercury moves into Virgo sign, it's going to help you in that area of your chart. With that, I will end this sign and I wish you good luck. Now moving on to, I will do Capricorn sign in my next video. So for now, I'll take a break from you guys. I appreciate you coming and visiting here, and I would appreciate if you subscribe here, leave the comments here, tell me what you think, if it's benefiting you, and if you're learning something from this. And trust me, keep coming here. Slowly and slowly I will show you how you can read your own chart. And for me, I'm not here to make money, because I don't do the chart readings. I don't have time actually. I'd rather teach people how to do those readings. So with that, I will take a break and see you next month. Thank you. Bye.